Nikola Tesla dreamed of a world powered by free energy. He invented the modern era and then vanished into the shadows of history. Who was this strange, brilliant man? Why did he experience intense visions? Why did his greatest ideas disappear? And what really happened to him in the end? This is the story of Nikola Tesla, the visionary, the outsider, and the man who knew too much. Tesla was born at midnight during a lightning storm. A priest is said to have called it a bad omen. His mother, however, said he will be a child of light. From a young age, Tesla was different. He had a photographic memory, could memorize entire books, and claimed he could visualize complex machines entirely in his head. No sketches needed. But tragedy struck early. When he was 5, his older brother Dane, who many believed was the true genius of the family, died in a horse riding accident, which Tesla witnessed. Right after his brother's death, Tesla said he began seeing strange visions and blinding flashes of light. He wasn't sure if they were hallucinations or transmissions from something beyond. Tesla studied engineering in Austria and later in Prague. He was brilliant but erratic. Professors thought he was either a genius or mentally unstable. He worked all day, rarely slept, and claimed to receive ideas in flashes as if downloaded into his mind. He never graduated, but he didn't need to. Tesla had already envisioned an entirely new way to generate and transmit power, alternating current, something no one could fully grasp at the time. "I will turn night into day," Tesla wrote before boarding a ship to America in 1884. Tesla arrived in New York with 4 cents in his pocket, a book of poetry, and a head full of blueprints. He started working for Thomas Edison, who promised him $50,000, a substantial amount of money at the time, if he could improve Edison's direct current system. He did, with ease. And when Tesla asked for his money, Edison laughed and said, "You don't understand our American humor. I was only joking." Tesla quit on the spot, and thus began one of the most legendary feuds in scientific history: Tesla versus Edison, AC versus DC, the War of the Currents. Tesla then teamed up with industrialist George Westinghouse, who believed in Tesla's dream of AC power, a system that could transmit electricity across long distances with minimal loss. Together, they changed the world. Tesla's crowning achievement? Harnessing Niagara Falls in 1895, the first major hydroelectric power plant on Earth. By 1893, the World's Fair in Chicago was glowing with Tesla's AC power system. The age of electricity was born. But Tesla wasn't done. He began work on wireless energy, sending electricity through the air. He envisioned a world without power lines, where anyone, anywhere could pull energy from the sky. That brings us to Wardenclyffe Tower, a 187-foot tower in Long Island designed to beam wireless energy and even global communication. It was decades ahead of its time, and scientists at the time didn't understand that. The system would be powered by a large generator. The generator would produce electrical oscillations, which would be amplified by a Tesla coil. The amplified oscillations would be transmitted into the Earth through the tower, creating waves that travel through the Earth's crust. A receiver tuned to the same frequency would be able to pick up the transmitted energy, potentially lighting bulbs or powering devices. But J.P. Morgan, who funded it, pulled the plug when he found out Tesla wanted to give the energy away for free. "Where do we put the meter?" Morgan supposedly asked. But Tesla wasn't building a business. He was building a revolution. His goal was to provide the entire world with free energy and communication, the ability to power devices and send information across the globe. From capitalist, J.P. Morgan did not like this idea one bit, considering it would end up with him losing lots of money due to the energy being given out for free. And being wireless, Morgan couldn't profit off of the copper for wires or the rubber to cover them. Both industries he was deeply involved in, and his company still is to this day. Just think about how much Tesla could have changed the world if he hadn't been blacklisted and had his funding ripped away. I like to think about how he could have entirely shifted the global paradigm. With the people not having to worry about paying for electricity, humanity could have focused more on other technological and societal advancements. And the precedent set by Tesla of helping the people with his inventions could have set society on a more unified path, as opposed to the divided, self-centered, every man for himself ideology that most of the world seems to live by these days. I truly feel like there could have been a positive split in global consciousness that would have changed our civilization forever had he not been silenced and cast out of society. Which brings me to the next chapter of Tesla's life. He continued to create hundreds of ideas and blueprints for new technology, and tried so hard to get his ideas funded so he could actually create them. But J.P. Morgan and Thomas Edison made sure that would never happen. In his later years, Tesla withdrew from the public eye. He fed pigeons in Central Park, lived in hotel rooms, and made increasingly strange claims. Nikola Tesla was famously obsessed with the numbers 3, 6, and 9, believing they held the key to unlocking the mysteries of the universe. This fascination went beyond numerology. He would walk around a block 3 times before entering a building, wash his hands in sets of 3, and demanded 18 napkins, a multiple of 9, when dining. These compulsions were tied to what would now be recognized as obsessive compulsive disorder, or OCD, which manifested in his intense need for cleanliness, precise rituals, and aversion to jewelry and round objects. Despite his genius, Tesla lived a life of growing isolation, and in those later years, he formed a deep emotional bond with a white pigeon he claimed visited him daily. He once said he loved the pigeon as a man loves a woman, and as long as she was in his life, he had a purpose. When the pigeon died, Tesla claimed a light left her eyes, and in that moment, he believed his life's work had come to an end. Was he going mad, or was he silenced? Feeling as if he had the power to change the world, but no ability to execute it, must have been an incredibly dark place to be mentally. Tesla died alone in room 3327 on the 33rd floor of the New Yorker Hotel in 1943. He was 86 years old, broke, ignored, and considered a madman. The FBI raided his room immediately after he died. His notes were taken, most of them were never returned to his family, but the FBI's actions were hidden for a long time, until FBI files later revealed the government had seized Tesla's belongings after his death, especially his notes on scalar energy and directed energy weaponry. In the public eye, his death ray was dismissed, made to be the ramblings of a madman, until governments quietly began researching something very similar. And now, direct energy weapons are one of the most powerful and unique weapons our government has in their arsenal. Today, we use Tesla's AC system everywhere. Wireless communication, that was his idea. Remote control, his invention. And it certainly seems that modern direct energy weapons trace back to his crazy theories. Why was he forgotten for so long? Why did powerful men turn on him? Was it because he challenged the energy industry, or because he was playing with forces no one fully understood? Tesla once said, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." What secrets did he find? And what did the world do to the man who tried to give these secrets away for free? Even though we use so much of Tesla's technology today, the world would be very different had he not been silenced. But it's not too late to make that change. If we focus on positive advancements created for everyone and not just the elite groups of the rich and powerful, we could change the world. If we make decisions based on empathy and love instead of selfishness and greed, we have the potential to do so much good. Positivity always prevails, but I think it's baked into our minds to be skeptical of others and keep things to ourselves. We're all connected consciously, and if we turn up the positivity and kindness, it will continue to spread. Let's change the world and move into an age of love and compassion. With the way things are going, we could really use it. If you like this deep dive into one of history's most mysterious minds, hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps and I greatly appreciate it. And let me know in the comments, was Tesla a madman or a prophet we weren't ready for? Either way, the light bulb above your head? Yeah, it's Tesla's, not Edison's. Love y'all so much and thanks again for watching.